And now, before we move to the games of the next round, round 4, we'll just take a look at the ladder. As you can see here, the Cats with 2 games and 2 wins is on top, looking good with a percentage of 300, and they've already played against last year's number 2, the Barracudas, and the Copenhagen Crocs, who were also in the finals last year. The surprise of this season so far would be the Helsingborg Saints playing 2 games against Jutland and the Crocs and winning both of them, one in Jutland and one home at Broholt in Helsingborg. The 6 point and a percentage of 177 for them. On the next 2 places we've got the Barracudas and the Maulers, both with 1 win and 1 loss. The Barracudas is on top because they won against Malmö, leaving them on 3rd place with a 4 points and a percentage of 90. They won the game against Maulers, of course, and they've lost the game against Cats in round 2. The Malmö just coming out of round 3 with a big win against the Jutland boys, having a percentage of 116, but they lost the first game of the year against the Barracudas, leaving them 4th. The 2 bottom teams is the Jutland Shin Bonus and the Copenhagen Crocs, who have both lost both their games, leaving them with poor percentages and only 2 points each. Maybe the Copenhagen Crocs has disappointed a little bit, being in the finals last year, and this year they're only 6th. And if we take a look at the goal kicking, we can see that after his amazing 8 goals in the game against the Barracudas, Mikkel Norlander still leads the goal kicking list with 9 goals. Followed closely by Troels Ottesen and Johan Lantz from the Cats and the Saints. Both have 8 goals. On 4th, we have Henry Robinson from the Barracudas, kicking 6. And 5th, also from the Barracudas, is Ian Moore, kicking 4.
Looking forward to next week's matches. Being a Tuesday after, being actually was the Tuesday, now it's Thursday. So we actually know the result of the first match. So we're going to ask Rosie to sort of recap on the event last night with the big blockbuster, the home tournament there, Crocs versus the Barracudas in Copenhagen.
It was raining all day, and it was fortunately it didn't rain at the match, but it was very wet and very slippery conditions, so it was a hard match, and yeah, the Cudas came out on top. They won that game pretty big, with about 80 points or something, I think.
Shit, I predicted 70 points. That wasn't bad, was it? Good call there. Good call from me there.
Yeah, the Crocs scoring 10 behind 0 goals.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I predicted no goals from Crocs. Yeah. That's unbelievable.
Were they a couple of rush behinds or just bad kicking?
It was a combined combination of very poor kicking, but it was a shame because they fought. They did fight. They did put in a good fight.
The Crocs are known for a bit of a fighting team, like regards to playing the skills, not like punching on. But where do you think that they let themselves down as a team?
The problem with them, they need a game plan. They need structure. They got good players, and but they need some structure.
Okay.
They need a game plan to get it going. You see them making like 4 handballs in a game, and I don't think you will win when that's all. They need to get a more structured game, and then they can get somewhere, because they're not the poor players, but they need to work together better.
Who was the standout on the game?
Oh, I think Troels Ottesen did a very good job for the Crocs. For the Cudas, it was Mark Harridan. He did a very good job there. The Cudas in general, the difference was the team playing. They got more numbers to the ball, and they handballed it out well, and it had a better
system.
Yeah, that was the big difference between the 2 teams. They just worked together better, I think. So yeah.
Yeah, I think the difference between both teams, like when it comes to man on man and the skills involved, you can't really probably divide them that much. But when it comes, like you said, down to playing as a team, you can be a big difference. You know, like once one AFL legend said, you can have a team full of champions, but when you're part of a champion team, it's a different thing. So maybe the Crocs fans are going to try to get a bit more of a game strategy, maybe.
Yeah.
You think?
They
Yeah.
need to be more structured. Then it will come, because I think there was a lot of players showing potential.
Big problem is Tom Porter is based in England and only gets home on the odd week, and he's a big factor in the Cox lineup. So.
But again, they need to put it out on more players, so they get a structure, so it's not depending on 2 or 3 players doing the work. So that's my opinion on that. But I think if they can get that working, they will be a threat maybe this season or later on.
And the remaining game of this round is Malmö versus Farum. And that's played at Malmö and the Rolling Hills. This is a replay. This is the only match Farum lost last year, actually, in the home and away series. So it's going to be an interesting match. I mean, Sweden have lost. This team has lost a few players due to the international. Played in Stockholm. But they're not significant players. One player is significant. Daniel, he's lost. He's a coach, who's normally one of their main goal kickers, which I think is a pretty significant factor, because other than Daniel, you've got Matt McMahon and Tor and Bjarke. Larson normally the wood on Matt. He's normally held goalless, so I really can't see any avenues for goal for Malmö if Daniel's away and Tor and Bjarke do their normal job. So I find it pretty hard to find a victory or a way to victory for Malmö.
It's always, I'm always, what do you call it? I have no idea what, I don't know what is happening when we come up there, because it's always a big fight on that little ground. It's it's often not a particular player standing out. It's just a hard-fought match.
I think if Dave's not allowed to hang out for the cheap kick all day, which we will guarantee he won't.
Well, Dave's actually
Dave will be held.
Dave's got a longer run up than Dennis Lilly. You see him running into the square before a bounce, mate. Longer than Dennis Lilly. He runs right in there. But he has a good hard crack, and that's what it's all about. But I think if you get these guys off the game, and if someone can upset Matty, get him sent off maybe here or there, it's anybody's game. So be on.
They're a very emotional crew, and I think we can get their dander up and get them sent off. And the two-pronged team, Norlander. I mean, I think the secret is they can stop Norlander. They can stop Farum.
He's on fire, isn't he?
He's absolutely.
He had a blinder last week.
White hot. I tell you,
Unbelievable.
I've never seen anything like it. He's back to his 2003 form, and no one will stop Norm. I'm just warning you.
He's pushing into the national side.
I'm just warning you.
Isn't he, really? What do you think, Rosie?
He's a Monty.
Yeah, he's on fire at the moment. It's the older Norlander.
It's
back, and
yeah.
He's been training so much and working so hard. So it's the old Norlander, and he's so hungry. So
I've even heard he's doing an extra half hour, 40 minutes a night after training on his kicking skills. Just his strength work as well.
Yeah, it's great. Just seeing him between exercises, making push-ups it's already
It's scary.
It's very motivating for the rest of the team. Definitely.
It is.
I'd say that Nor has lifted the whole team to another level.
Yeah.
He has. It's quite scary, actually.
So,
and if we can take that onto the IC Cup in 2011, I think we'll see results.
Big results. Big surprise.
But I think it's about the wrap-up for the round 4, DAFL, and see if our predictions coming.